Welcome to the WorkLife Hub TV. This is your host Agnes, and we're back at the Blogger Lounge of Zukunft Personal 2016. And this time I'm here with the main sponsors of the event from Oracle, Joachim and Mats. Can I just ask you to explain very briefly who you are, what you do for Oracle?
Sure, happy to do. Great to be here. So I'm Strategy Director for HCM applications in the cloud from Oracle for 2 countries, Germany and Switzerland. And what we're doing here with Oracle is to show people that the next generation of software will be definitely cloud, and we're going to promote that.
Great. And you, Mats?
So my name is Mats, and I am the one who can show and display in the end the software to people who are interested in the Oracle HCM cloud. So meaning from recruiting over talent development to retaining the talent and so on. These are our topics and beyond, obviously.
So how have you found these days of Zukunft Personal 2016?
You mean besides exhausting and many conversations, dinners and meetings? No, it was awesome. I think we've been continuously having people on our booth showing the solution. It was coming and getting to know people. It was awesome. It was a great venue. We're doing this now for the second time in a row that we're a major sponsor, because many people do know us as a database provider, definitely.
Yes.
We do. Our DNA is data and displaying data, but the new topic is cloudification, is the easiness, and the big theme that's why we're here for in the HCM part, is to promote a zero training, full suite integrated HCM application.
That was actually, you're taking me to my next point, because listening to you, I'm just thinking, how big is the gap between traditional HR and what you're talking about, which seems to be very advanced, very high tech. Do you still find that the gap is narrowing, or do you have to still do a lot of education of the HR community?
To be honest, it is both. But once, and we will see in a second, because we brought a tablet with us just to show you what it's all about and how it looks and how it does feel. I think once people do understand how easy it is, and it's much more easy, as I say, zero training application.
Yeah.
You could take the iPad and you wouldn't find your ways around within a really in-depth suite, which has all the breadth and depth and technical super foundation, which we do have, fully secure, end-to-end encrypted, easy to find your ways, and this is actually stimulating people in the HR community who is not that technology affine, so close to technology, saying like, wow, that's cool, I can do things differently and I can do different things, which is super important, and then they scale up so dramatically in what they are able to do and how they able to speak to their management.
Yeah.
I think as well, when you look at the past, it was about, I want to have the employee record in the system. These days it's more about, I want to develop my talent, I want to retain the talent. So
engage the people.
Engagement really, because these days people, they're used to mobile devices, they're used to these kind of applications, they expect this from the companies. And I think this is something we can deliver here, and many companies these days are looking into this because they're seeing this in the market. They have to look at the fact that people might change very quickly these days. So who are my talents? I need transparency here. Very interesting topics, very important topics that can be addressed with then the cloud technology these days.
Yeah, I mean, the one of the underlying topics of the Zukunft Personal is Work 4.0, which is flexible, which is agile, so you need to mobilize your workforce, understand who your people are, to know who can I mobilize for what tasks.
And it even we do think it even goes one step further, because each business is absolutely individual, and this needs to be displayed in the entire complexity, but not in a complex way, in a simple way, but it needs to display all the complexity possible. So Oracle HCM Cloud stands for 3 things. This is engage, and this is what was Mats referring to, engage your people on a long-term perspective. Once you have them on board, inform yourself, your managers, your candidates, and being able to adapt as easy as possible to the entire bandwidth for managing a corporation in the digital age. I think this is the core topic, because it will be different to the 1980s.
Oh.
It already is.
Yeah.
And people do know, and that's why they're here and they're interested, and then they say they have this wow effect. They're like, well, we didn't know it's that easy. That's cool.
Yeah, you showed me just before, and we will put in some screenshots of the app, because we at the WorkLife Hub, we are concerned with allowing employees to bring their whole selves to work. So you're not just the ideal worker, you're also maybe a parent, a sports person, a volunteer in your community. And that's how we got talking, because you showed me the work-life part. But would you like to just maybe give us a quick overview of what it is that your app does, and then how come you have this work-life aspect in it as well?
Absolutely. I mean, he was saying before that it's about engaging the employees. And these days, work-life balance is a hot topic. Everybody talks about it. Companies want to live that at some point. And what we can do, we can support companies. Because obviously we do have recruiting, we do have talent management and so on. But we want to go one step further. We want to go beyond that. That's why Oracle introduced the very innovative apps around work-life applications, which means we do have a work-life app talking about competitions, meaning you may want to engage with people, with your employees, creating competitions, saying, okay, we might have a project, let's see who does better here. Yeah? That way you engage with your employees. They're happy to do so. They have a transparency. We see these trends these days. Fitbit and so on. People, they measure their steps, and in the end what they do, they're comparing as well. So what we have around the work-life application as well, there's a module that is called wellness.
Yeah.
So you are able as an employee to share your Fitbit data and compare with others.
Compare, but also maybe motivate, right?
Yeah,
it's also about giving individual leadership, individual empowerment to show if you have something to offer.
Yeah.
And you're spot on with that. And it's all about, then one part of engaging is having an enriched and healthy life.
Yeah.
And this is like a core component of being happy, not only within your organization, within your job, as Mats explained. Roles are overlapping, so you want to have a healthy, fulfilled engagement with your corporation. Maybe at a certain point you will drop out of the corporation, but maybe you will return. And if you're treated well, it's more likely that you will return.
Of course.
And that's what we are all aiming at.
Happy employees will stay in the end.
Absolutely,
absolutely. And that's what we're aiming for. So companies have been doing that for many, many years, that they send their employees to volunteering projects.
Yeah.
But now, within the Oracle HCM Cloud, you have the possibility to make these projects available within the application. So people can apply for it, people can see what kind of volunteering opportunities do we have here. People engage with the system, people are happy in the end, and people stay. Yeah. And that's the goal here.
Now you have to turn it upside down, maybe, that we can have a look at it.
Yeah, we can maybe show it like this, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. Can we show it?
We make teamwork.
Yeah. Let me just maybe, I need to change my hands.
Yeah. So for instance, looking at volunteering, different projects are being listed. You as an employee can have a look at these. Other people can recommend projects to you. You can go into the product itself.
Just
you can volunteer
to highlight something,
point.
because something was happening, which is exactly why it's zero training. You intuitively did know what to do because I do not have to tell you where to push the buttons. You just do it because you're so used from e-commerce and all other applications. And this is exactly the intelligence which is built in this suite, that you, without any training, are able to use it. Yeah. If you would play around with it in 30 minutes, I guarantee you would be able to do the same which Mats is doing right now.
No.
Definitely. Maybe, all right, 31 minutes.
No, it's really interesting. And do you have maybe a favorite example from a company that has adopted this, or a sector, an unlikely sector that has chosen to apply this that you were surprised about? You wouldn't expect it?
I think what is the most unexpected thing that happens within this entire cloud movement is that my first estimate was that modern startup-y organizations would be interested in that. But it's the other way around. The major, really heavy industry, I mean, the more it's getting into knowledge economy, for example, like telecoms, medias, etc. Those are now really in this disruptive storm of changing everything.
Yeah.
So they feel this entire change of truly digitalization of the world heavily on their bottom line. And there's a good example, for example, from Deutsche Telekom, who just had a speech, and they said like this entire SMS, this text message business was taken away in 2015, 3 billion by WhatsApp.
Yeah.
It just disappeared, and you cannot rebuild that. And this is exactly what you need to juggle for a big corporation, and that you have this innovation thing going on in an established organization, but the mechanism of steering both aspects are entirely different. So the most surprising thing to me was that and we have, just to mention, this is not a beta version of something in test. This is live with 7,000 customers, big customers globally. We have one customer per day taking that, implementing that, using that, are happy with that, more and more references, and even in Central Europe, we're fastly growing, and there are a couple of reference customers which everybody can look up on the website. So it's across all industries. It's automotive is a heavy sector we are in, pharmaceuticals is in, product engineering, you can name it, it's full-fledged. But the most surprising, it was the established, really huge organizations being early adopters of the financial services, was one of the first early adopters of the entire suite.
Okay.
You wouldn't have bet that, I think.
No, I wouldn't have. So I think thank you very much for sharing. This is very interesting, and I mean, for me, what resonates with this is that for me, it gives also a great opportunity to include the whole workforce, to celebrate and your whole, so not just the top managers or the white collar. If you're, as you said, if you're a big manufacturing company, unlikely ideas and talents can come from everywhere.
Exactly. Everybody counts, everybody is valuable, and we need to really unleash the potential of the entire population, entire workforce we do have, and then something greater establish itself.
It's a kind of a democratization and of talent, of opportunities, of serendipity. Fantastic.
I think ideally it is, and that's where we put all our energy in.
So if I can ask you maybe to wrap up, to give one advice to an HR manager based on your experience with the latest trends, what is it that they should be looking at? Maybe we start with you. Do you have?
So I guess every company has its own challenges. Huh?
Good answer.
First of all, and we need to look at their challenges, understand those, and really look what serves them best. That is one thing. At the same time, what I have made the experience, don't dig away from the challenge as a company. You need to address that, and not in 1 or 2 years. Now it's the time to really address these challenges, because it's not getting better, it's getting more difficult in the future.
Exactly.
Change, I would say change is not necessarily something we have to need to be afraid of. It can be changed to the good, to something really, really more beneficial. And I think, yes, we are in the age of change, of dramatic, fundamental change, with substantially will change and make the way we cooperate and inform ourselves differently, the way we do business differently. We will have robots, advanced robotics, genomics. But this will be part of the near future. But that's good, that's great. It's nothing which you need to make use of that, embrace it, because you do not want to do not want to go back in the times before the steam machine. And as I said, I have this saying that cloud technology is the steam machine of the 21st century. And I think the invention of the steam machine kind of increased us to a different level.
Yeah.
I bet this will be the same with that technology.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Mats
Thank
and
you.
Joachim.
Welcome.
And for all you watching, go to www.worklifehub.com and you'll find more content, podcasts and blogs about the future of work and HR. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Emil.